All right, now we're down to District 5. Mr. Wayne Harper and Brian Terry, would you please come to the table and let's see, Wayne, you're alphabetically first there, and Brian up here. And let me get you off the corner. Might have to have that. All right. Beginning with Wayne Harper, almost said Chief Harper. You may proceed with your 1 minute statement.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody coming out this evening, and I'm a little hoarse too, so forgive me for that. But I just recently retired the 1st of January as your police chief, and I've been truly honored to have served 24 years with the city as your chief of police. While taking part in that job, I've had the opportunity to get out in the community and meet so many people. And our family has been blessed. It was an honor to serve you as the chief of police. Before I go any further, my wife Lonette is here. I'll give you a little personal information. We have 4 children. I have 3 daughters and 1 son who's currently in the Army. And we have a bunch of grandkids, so we have several grandchildren. But I do appreciate everyone coming out, and I have been out in the city, and I've heard a lot of concerns.
About what? Okay. Brian Terry, 1 minute.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. You know, it's great people like you that's concerned about our city and helping make things happen in this city. I want to thank my wife for being here tonight. My parents are here tonight, and I know I've got lots of friends and supporters here tonight, so I appreciate you being here. You know, I was thinking about that shabby city comment that he made, and you know, what makes Athens great is people like you. That's what makes Athens great. The relationship that I have with several of you, the organizations that I've been afforded opportunities to work with and provide what little bit of knowledge I have and services to, I'm glad to do that because I can give back to the community in that way. But I believe my professional and municipal experiences will help me help you. I can walk through those doors in City Hall and go straight to work for you. I want you to know that I'll be fair and I'll be honest. If I tell you something, that will be the truth. My mama taught me not to lie, and she'd probably still whoop my tail if she found out I did. So I try not to at least let her know anyway. Thank you.
Okay. All right, question number 1. The new city-county library project is somewhat of a polarizing community topic. Supporters say a new library is an essential tool to not only offering educational and research services to the community, but also to attracting more residents and businesses. Detractors say the current facility is more than adequate and are opposed to city and county funds being used to fund the $6 million project. Where do you stand on this issue and why?
Well, I think in a way that's a moot issue because the city and county have both obligated funds for the new library. I know the board and the library foundation are both raising funds. So I think that we all need to work together now. There has been money designated for the library. I know that there's been some applications made for grants toward the library, and I think that once the new building is completed, I think that you know, it'll be just like all our other city departments, and the allocations that the city makes. I think we'll have to look at it very carefully. I think we'll have to keep costs under control, and but like I said, I think that those decisions have already been made, and the library is going to happen. And I think as a member of the city council, we will have to support the library, and we will supervise the library.
Okay, Brian?
I would echo what Mr. Harper has said. That decision's been made, that investment has been made, and I would commit to working with this particular council that's in office now decision. You know, they've made a decision, and that decision's moving forward, And when you look at the total picture, the only way people can better themselves is by educating themselves. And where do you get educated? It starts with a library and a book. I know we have lots of technology, but those resources and that particular atmosphere is still there for the learning environment. And that's not only for young people, that's for all people. We have a lot of people that are older folks today that have been displaced from work, and they've got to retrain themselves and they've got to re-educate as well. So I would work with a decision that's already been made.
Okay, thank you. Question 2. Thanks to a revitalization and preservation group, the square in Athens is thriving and is now the home to several special events throughout the year that attract thousands of visitors. Just north of the square, on North Jefferson Street, is a row of dilapidated homes and former businesses that many citizens view as an eyesore. What specific plans do you have to address the revitalization of North Jefferson Street?
Well, there's been a lot of discussion tonight about cleaning up the city and clean community issues, and also attracting new retail business to the city. And I think that those are things you're going to have to look at when you talk about revitalizing the northern area of town. We're going to have to bring in new business up there to replace those businesses that have closed down and gone. And in order to do that, to be successful, you're going to have to clean up the neighborhoods around. And one of the main things I've heard from the citizens of District 5 as I've been out is they're worried about the deterioration of the neighborhoods around their neighborhood. There are a lot of nice older homes in our district, but there are a lot of homes that need repair. There are a lot of homes that are junky, that have abandoned vehicles and tall grass and whatnot. So I think before you can talk about revitalization, you're going to have to talk about cleaning up and also attracting new business. We're going to have to bring folks in, and it's going to require a lot of infrastructure, and it's going to be a lot of time and investment from the city, capital investment. But I think that is the key to success in the northern part of town.
Brian, Terry?
When you look at those areas and you travel throughout the district, you see lots of potential. You see lots of great places. There's lots of great people that live in District 5. There's lots of areas that are well kept. And there are a small percentage of the area that does need to be cleaned up. I think we have to work with, we wouldn't be an expert, I would not be an expert in this area. My background of architectural design helps. But at the same time, we have local developers, we have businessmen that know how to put a business plan together and to make things happen. And we've got to go to them and say, what would it take, what do we need to do as a city council and the citizens of Athens to make this happen? I personally know retail business thrives from rooftops. That's where it comes from. The tax base is there, and so we would have to revitalize some of those neighborhoods. We would have to clean up those areas, as Mr. Harper said, that need to be cleaned up. But at the same time, you've got to attract people and grow that area in numbers for those retail businesses to want to be there. They're going to go where the dollar is. And so people have got the money to spend, the business wants to be there, and it wouldn't take a lot of effort from the city in that area. But whatever infrastructure was needed, there are some innovative things, I think, that I won't go into detail because the 1 minute won't allow me to. But there are some things that I believe that are able to happen through the city council and to make some things happen. And, you know, if we've got ordinances that are hindering that growth, or we have things that are on the books that make it difficult, we need to study those and we need to look at those and we need to make it easier to redevelop those particular areas that we're talking about.
Okay, thank you. Okay, wild card question number 1, Mr. Harper. The city recently gave $10,000 for the renovation of the old Trinity School Fort Henderson project and $10,000 for the renovation of the Beatty Mason Home on the campus of Athens State University. Historic structures can be found throughout the city, yet the city's Historical Preservation Commission only addresses historic homes in a handful of neighborhoods. Do you think the city needs a commission that would oversee historic preservation of structures throughout the city? Why or why not?
I do not think that we need to expand the authority of the Historic Commission. I think it would look, logistics would be terrible on that if we went citywide with that. I think in sitting through a number of city council meetings, I've heard a lot of discussions and a lot of dissension and a lot of complaints from the commission versus the homeowners. And I think if we tried to expand that citywide to the entire city limits, that it would just be unworkable. I just can't see that happening. I would be against that.
Okay. Brian Terry, this is a wild card question for you. It's been asked before, but I'm running out of questions. The city is moving forward with a plan to go green through its use of compressed natural gas. It is making plans for a fast fill compressed natural gas station that would provide the only filling station for CNG powered vehicles between Birmingham and Nashville. Is this the best use of city funds? Why or why not?
Well, it's my understanding that the city has made an investment, and they have looked at the numbers, and they believe that there will be a return on that money. I don't have all that information in my hand because I'm not currently on the council, but I would trust that they did not make a bad decision for the city, that they looked at the long-range plan, and that would benefit the city and save money in the end.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.